Hi everyone, it's Dr. Angie from Open Space Healing, and today we're talking about one of my favourite topics, which is breathing. Breathing may be a little bit boring for a lot of us out there, but for us at Open Space we know that breath is life. Let's get back to basics and talk about why we breathe in the first place. Breathing is the process of moving air into our lungs, and so getting oxygen into our body and removing harmful carbon dioxide. And the reason that we need oxygen is because the oxygen helps to convert fuel in our body and therefore gives us energy. In a nutshell, basically breath is life. And the yogis believe that where your mind goes, your breath goes, and we tend to agree. So if you're not breathing correctly, then it means that you're robbing your body of precious energy and creating a toxic environment inside your body. What is correct breathing? Well, a great example are babies and dogs. So take a look at them when they're relaxed, and you'll notice that their belly rises when they inhale with the air entering into their lungs, and it collapses as they exhale, pushing all of the old air out of their lungs. So really, that's the way that we should be breathing as well. Unfortunately, the majority of our population do not breathe properly, and we call this process reverse breathing. And this is when you are using only the upper portion of your lungs and moving the upper chest when you breathe. So therefore, you're not using your full lung capacity and therefore robbing your body of that vital oxygen that it needs. Why is reverse breathing so bad for you? Well, yes, you're robbing energy. That's going to affect your cell regeneration. It's going to decrease your brain awareness. It's going to create that hunched, slouched forward posture and increase toxicity within your body. So it is a really big problem in our society. Why would we do this? Why do we reverse breathe? Well, there are two main reasons. So the first, unfortunately, is rather materialistic, and it's to look good. So we are taught to tuck our tummy in, to look thin, to wear really tight jeans and tight clothing, and therefore we're not going to be utilizing our diaphragm and breathing that air deep into our lungs. The second reason is sympathetic dominance. Now, you might be wondering, what is sympathetic dominance, yeah? Well, I need to give you a little bit of background info about our nervous system, so some nerdy stuff, before explaining that in further detail. Your autonomic nervous system is the part of your nervous system that controls all the autonomic processes in your body. So things that you don't have to think about, like your digestion, your heart, lungs, etc. And your autonomic nervous system is split up into two parts. So your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest, relaxation, digest, and your sympathetic, which is your fight or flight. The sympathetic part of our nervous system was designed to get things going. There was a tiger that we had to run away from, so our pupils would dilate so that we could see really well and really far and clear. We would hunch over, getting all of our big muscle groups ready to run away. And all of the blood would be diverted away from our gut and our reproductive system to these muscles, because you don't need to digest food or produce any offspring when you are faced with a challenge like that. Unfortunately, in our modern day world, the tiger has been replaced by the work deadline, it's been replaced by our commute to work, streaming children, fatigue, and unfortunately we're constantly in this flight, fright, sympathetic response. Okay, now we know that incorrect breathing is really bad for us, so what are we going to do about it? How can we change it? Well, we have 3 key action steps for you guys today. The first is awareness. So you can't make any changes unless you're aware that there is something that needs to be changed. So consciously make the thought on your breath throughout the day and catch yourself if you feel like you're not breathing correctly. Our second action step for you guys today is diaphragmatic breathing. Say what? So diaphragmatic breathing is the way that we should be breathing every minute of our life. And the way that you know how you are breathing correctly with your diaphragm is by placing your hands on your chest and your abdomen, and imagine that you're filling up a glass of water. So when you breathe in, you want the air to go down into the lower portion of your lungs, and then slowly fill the middle and then the upper portion. So breathing in slowly, and then when you exhale, exhaling the air from the top of the lungs and then slowly squeezing in gently the abdomen to push all of the old air out of the lungs from the bottom of the lobes. So ideally, you would be doing this practice for 15 minutes a day and noticing your mind and how you're feeling in your body before doing the practice, and then in comparison once you're completed and finished, and you will notice a huge difference. The third and final action step that we have for you today to help improve your breathing quality is a simple technique called box breath. So essentially you will be breathing in, so inhaling for 7 counts and holding for 7 counts, then exhaling for 7 counts and holding the air out of your lungs for 7 counts, and then repeating that process and continuing that cycle and doing that for at least 7 repetitions. And really, you can do this process for as long as you like, and the longer the better. And please note that if you're finding it difficult to breathe, if breathing is painful or you have a chronic history of respiratory problems, then please see a health professional to have a proper evaluation. Here at Open Space Fremantle, we are dedicated to providing you with the most relevant and up-to-date information out there. So if you did have a friend or a loved one who really needs to hear this information, then please share it with them. And if there's a topic that you really want us to cover, just comment in the comments below, and we will do our best to cover all of the topics that are brought to us. Thank you so much for joining us today, and it's Dr. Andrina from Open Space signing out, and have a beautiful day.